Hey guys, it's TheNidhogg here. Today we're going to be looking at the new Sarnghavian Centaur theme deck. It's available for 1,500 station cash in the marketplace. I guess it got released this Wednesday, and some people have been talking about it, saying kind of what's wrong with it, and I guess I just wanted to offer my take on it. So first, the good. It's obviously awesome that they're making a split deck for the theme decks, which gives me hope that maybe they'll do some other interesting splits, maybe some introducing cool new runes. Um, it is in fact awesome that they are releasing the Sarnghavian Centaur, which is right here. In this way, I think it's a interesting idea to do it like this. And ultimately, I like that. The fact that there's only one of them in the deck and there's not really any other good value in it is a big turnoff, but I think that if they adjust it for future releases, I think that this could be like a really good way to sell things. So this is the new rune, 75 Nora, pretty good bunch of hit points and defense, respectable damage, and he's got 1 to 2 range. So he seems like a solid champion. He's got the attack charged recharge combo going with throw axe, and you could upgrade charge or pounce. He's also got Shroud and Berserker. So I'd probably be taking Shroud and Charge. I've been told that Charge will activate Attack Charge. I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is, then definitely would take it. I would probably take Shroud, but I can see why you might take Pounce instead and just go nuts with the recharge mechanic. I'm trying to think of other things you could do with the recharge. There's like not that much. Like you could put a Horn of Order on him, I guess, but that seems like a waste. You're probably better off with that on like a Nectar Fairy or something. But he seems pretty solid. He's like not super exciting, but he is new and he uses like existing mechanics in kind of an interesting way. So that's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what his exact flavor is for or how he fits into the story. With Delim apparently doing some crazy stuff. Interested to see how that plays out in the next expansion, which I'm hoping will drop next Wednesday. That would be perfect for me. If it drops on Wednesday after that, I would likely be a sad human, but we'll see. So, fingers crossed. All right. So this is a deck list that Hawk posted. I'm going to assume that it's correct. I put it into Poxbase. Awesome site. You should be using it. If you haven't heard of it before, now you have. You should use it to build your decks. It's funny, like before Poxbase came around, I'd been complaining there was like no good, like, clean, simple deck builder. Like the one on Poxbox itself, it's really slow. It takes forever for it to load, and I was bemoaning the fact that um, there wasn't something just very simple, very clean, and Poxbase definitely fits the bill for that. Also, this guy. Oh no, I was gonna say that the picture for Blood Rage is sideways in Poxbase, but that's not true. It's just that the guy's face is actually sideways. Um, okay, here's the deck. So it's kind of like a KFIS Savage deck. So some things are really obvious. Like, of course, you're going to put in your Barbarian Guardians. Okay, that's awesome. Barbarian Elite, very strong. Centaur Skirmisher. Okay, word on this. This is Centaur, but shouldn't it also maybe be Race Barbarian? Just putting it out there. Um, oh, bother. I'll figure that out in a second. But like the Centaur Savage, for example, I believe he's got Savage, and he's a Barbarian Centaur, so it's not like there's something against making Centaurs Barbarians. I just feel like if you gave him Savage, then you should probably just give him, uh, you know, Race Barbarian. And the other thing that kind of grinds my gears is that he has Ally Iron Fist Stronghold on upgrades. And I feel like maybe that should be based. I maybe swap it with Savage. I don't know. I just feel like if you give an ally ability when the other upgraded abilities are so good, like you're never gonna take the ally one. So I don't know. Just something I'm throwing out there. Like for example, I think Ghoul Hunter gets ally KF on base. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so you pay for it with an upgrade. I mean, you probably will take dodge. Premonition is okay. I feel like you should have like ally KF base and just like something interesting on an upgrade. That's just me personally. So again, that makes Skirmisher makes sense. He's awesome. Guardians make sense, but of course, Kama is not triggering, gonna get your Skirmisher. So that's a huge buzzkill. Um, I don't know how I feel about Ghoul Hunter. He's like okay. He's nothing super exciting. I liked him better when he was super cheap and gave your opponent a ghoul, because at least that was kind of cool, even if it wasn't like that good. You know what I'm saying? Um, anyway, now, okay, this is where we run into some problems. Like, I get that like none of these guys have detection. Maybe Wild Elf does. Okay, Wild Elf has detection 3. Why didn't you just give me a second Wild Elf? Because he's got Savage. He's got wait somewhere punished. Oh, maybe it didn't. Yeah. Okay, so it's not updated on Hawkspace yet, but since my Wild Elf already has Savage, why did you not just give me an extra one of those if you wanted to add some detection into my deck? Yeah, you got Detection 3 with Savage and upgrades. Punish, probably what I take. Yeah, Punish and Savage. That seems pretty good. So, why do I need Light of the Circle again? He's got Motivate and Detection. What else is he bringing to my deck? Like Precision? Yeah, I'm not sure why you're here. So, I'm going to go ahead and take you out of my deck. Also, I've left a spot open here. Let's just put a Frond in. Ambling Frond. Okay, this is our placeholder for the new Sarnghavian Centaur. I mean, he's not on Hawkspace yet, obviously, so. Okay, so we're going to take out Light of the Circle because it is really silly that this is in the deck. Like, there's no reason for it to be here. It's an Elemental Elf Archer. I did not read the words Barbarian. I did not see Savage anywhere. He's got detection that something else that is in theme has on base. So we got rid of those Light of the Circles. We're putting in an extra Wild Elf because we like Wild Elves. I mean, I guess it's alt damage, but just give me another Barbarian Bolt. Do something, it's like not that hard. Just don't give me a freaking Light of the Circle. Okay, moving on. We got some Wild Chieftain action. Awesome. I can see why you only put one in. Like that's okay. Spirit Singer, kind of a strange one. I mean, he's got Heal Champion, and Resurrect is probably pretty good with Barbarians. Kind of support champion. Okay, I dig it. Same thing with Spirit of Endurance. Some people said that if you're putting Spirit of Endurance into here, like maybe you should have given it Ally Iron Fist Stronghold. I agree with that. And we should buff this rune because it's kind of awesome. Uh, Enduring Aura, pretty strong ability. He's got Soothing Serenade and Divert, so also got Soften. But you're probably taking these two. So it's kind of just like another sort of Fey Oracle kind of rune. It's got Blind and Blessed. It's pretty awesome, except it just costs too much and doesn't really do any damage. So kind of got wrecked by the mini revamp. I'm still a fan. I could see this rune getting buffed in the future. Okay. So, you should also buff Ghoul Hunter and do something different with it because it's just like not cool right now. I'd put in a second Terraformer maybe? No. Okay, so one of the big problems with this deck is that the only reason you're buying it is for the freaking Sarnghavian Centaur, aka Ambling Frond. I am best all time. MC Frond a lot. Chew that, my Ambling Frond friend. Wait, no, that's right. Yep. So MC Frond a lot. It's taking the place of this Centaur, but that's like basically the only reason to buy this, because everything else is not very good. And it's 1500 SC. So why wouldn't you just buy the Elven Valor theme deck and get 2 Thorin collections, a Bow Mage, and Queen of Naru, and a Bullseye? Why would you just not do that? The only reason to buy it is this Centaur. Um, and while I like the marketing strategy, there's just not enough value here. So what I would do, I would go ahead and grab me a Centaur Savage, pop him in here. Uh, Only just have one. You know, some people said that Exemplar should be in here, and I agree, but I think they're gonna like re-release that legendary pack soon anyway, so you know, maybe not that necessary. But Centaur Savage, such a no-brainer to be in here. It's like it's just unconscionable that they left him out. Should definitely be in here. Um, the other thing that I would like to see in here is just maybe one copy of the Displaced. Probably over like a Ghoul Hunter. That'd be awesome. Okay. So after that, well, we've got Barbarian Shaman, who's okay. I can like he's kind of alt damage. I think this is like a pretty solid champ lineup. Like you got oh no, I'm still 15. Yeah, okay, I'm okay. Okay, Bane Blast should not be in here. Get out of here, Bane Blast. I'm not about that life. Okay. Brambles, like why? Get out of here. Not about that. Impervious, also not about it. Mark Redemption, no. Those are just like not that great. I kind of like Sepulchre of Kings. I think it's kind of cute to stop the, you know, like an aura or stuff that kills your guys at the end of the turn and like protects them. So I think that's kind of cute. If it works like that, I'm not sure that it does do that. But if you have this Sepulchre down and somebody's got like Psychic Aura 3 that's gonna finish off your Savage proct, Barbarian, no, that's better. Barbarian Shaman or whatever. Like if that works, then that's a really good idea. Same thing with Spirit of Endurance. I can see why Enduring Aura is in here. So buff that. So I kind of like Sepulchre Kings, even though it's like dwarf based. Um, yeah, that's like kind of awkward, but you know, I can dig it. I can dig it. I'm up for that. Um, Next, see Bloodridge. Would I keep that? Yeah, sure. I would keep that probably. That's okay. Um, but I would put in a second Hammer Strike because Hammer Strikes are awesome. I like Withering Ferns, so keep those in there for sure. And so what I'm looking at is I need another Kathir Forest spell. Does Escape Magic work with Savage? If that works, then awesome. If not, there's just like not that much healing going on. Eh. Okay, we'll keep it. We'll put in a Divinity's Touch because yeah, got it. Okay, Divinity's Touch because it's really awesome with basically every barbarian ever, and especially with the displaced. Um, we're gonna put in. So we got those. Those are pretty good. Maybe I would think about putting in a Thorn collection here, but maybe just one. Okay, yeah, let's put it just one. Yeah, well, what's the worst that could happen? That'd be awesome. Okay, Thorn collection. And I'm trying to think, what's that Sarnghaver spell? It's like a spell, isn't it? What does that do? All friendly barbarians gain assault and there's like, yeah, let's put that in. That's awesome. Okay, so this is, you know, like I don't like Ghoul Hunter that much, but he does have ally calf upgrades. See why you put him in here. We're going out of theme on only like two runes, which is Spirit Singer and Spirit of Endurance. I think this would be a much more solid and playable deck. Uh, and that is how I would tweak this to make it maybe a little bit more palatable for the price. Then you'd get the new Centaur, you'd get a Centaur Savage, you'd get the Displaced, and a Thorn Collection. And I think those would provide some solid reasons to actually buy this. 1500 SC is still a lot, and maybe it's not enough value still. I think it would be okay. Like obviously, it's going to be hard to get the exemplars of Sarnghaver. That's always going to be hard to get. I don't know if I feel good about putting in one into this theme deck. Um, I guess like I wouldn't feel that great about putting Enforcer of the Circle into the Elven Valor theme deck, for example. Like I wouldn't do that obviously, but um, if I were designing them, this is probably more what I would come up with. Um, Okay. So I don't actually. I would love to like put this together and like play some matches, but I don't really own. I own one of the displaced. I don't have the new Centaur. I don't have a Centaur Savage. Maybe I should get one before the new expansion. Um, but hopefully, maybe somebody else will put this together. Let me know if this works well, or offer suggestions. Like, would be kind of on the fence with escape magic. I would, if I were actually building this competitively, like it would take out herbal antidote for cleansing emerald instead because it's just obvious thing to do. Would add in a second thorn collection for something, just like little things like that. But I think this would be a much better option. This is how I would have designed the theme deck if I were in charge of production, in charge of putting a theme deck out on the line. This is what I would make. Um, so go ahead and like leave comments, like either on my thread or here on this video. So yeah, that's all.